We the best. Let's get it.
You might think that getting into the IT field is impossible without a computer science degree, but Tech Coach Ralph is here to prove you wrong. Get ready for some jaw-dropping revelations on how to break into this lucrative industry. Listen up, tech enthusiasts! Are you ready to break through into the IT field, but feel like you need a computer science degree to make it happen? Think again! Tech Coach Ralph has some exclusive, mind-blowing secrets to share with you. Get ready to be blown away by his jaw-dropping revelations on how to break into the tech industry without a computer science degree. So get your notepad ready, because Tech Coach Ralph is going to change your life forever. Buckle up, because you're about to embark on a journey to success in the IT field.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Today is Monday, August 12th, 2024. We are in it to win it. I am Tech Coach Ralph. We are engineered to win. This is the Coffee and Kata morning show where we're going to review some news stories and we're going to see if we can upload our app to the Google Play Store. How is everyone doing today? Hopefully you are doing well, and I am so happy to be with you. So, it's gonna be a little different this morning. Let me just, I know this is an amazing new laptop, but let me just make sure our numbers are right. Okay, we're not even close to our use. All right, cool. Because I have a few things open from all the crazy work that we did yesterday with Docker. I've been up early coaching call. It was absolutely amazing. I must say it was absolutely amazing. We're going to get into it. Let's go with, first and foremost, do me a big favor. We are growing so quickly, right? But I need your help. If you haven't done so, subscribe to the channel, help us grow so that we can get this amazing, exciting tech news and how to approach tech in a way that's going to be interesting and compelling. So that is the plan, right? That is the plan. So help us grow, subscribe to the channel, all right? So with that being said, we have at noon Eastern time today, our candid conversation being released called Separate Yourself, right? And win. It's important. You have to. All right. And then we're going to be going live tomorrow with our Q&A, our tech Q&A. You're able to call in, whatever it is that you want to do. We can have a conversation, have some fun. Yes. Of course, we love having some fun over here. All right. And we'll go from there because tech is not meant to be boring. It is one of the funnest things that you can ever do. I remember someone said the other day, I started a boot camp. Let me start the timer. Let's see if this timer works today. Let's see. Let's go with a 45-minute timer. Yeah, there we go. So it's like, I started a software engineering boot camp, but I didn't think it was going to be fun. And you know what's fun to me? Do you know what's fun to me? This is what's fun to me.
Money.
Making money is fun to me. So I'm like, all right, well, if I want to make more money and I want to have fun doing it, how can I gamify my experience? How can I make it fun? So that's what we do here on this channel. We come up with the strategies to win, to be successful, and to have fun in our own ways and not how people traditionally think of fun. All right. So that's what we do here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Like I said, subscribe to the channel. Check out the Patreon, techcoachralph.dev. You can sign up for free, get access to the sprint reviews that I do with the Tech Barbarians. Like I said yesterday, I'm going to be releasing a video next week about how to properly prepare for when you're getting your certifications, what to focus on, things like that. It's a list of different things, but I'm going to be highlighting one thing in particular. that I want you to do when you're getting ready for your certifications. And go from there. I'm going to be releasing content more consistently in the Patreon. So definitely want to check that out. All right. Now, let's get into our news story. I might end up spending a little bit longer on the news stories for today because there is something I really, really want to highlight in the news that I saw yesterday and that we might end up taking up this coming Thursday night live stream. We're supposed to do Jenkins, but I might pivot a little bit because this is too cool to pass up. All right. So let's just jump into it real quick. All right. So let's go. Let's do it. All right. Let's do it. Where is my... Cool. So we're going to get into our news story. I'll throw up a... let's do it that way. I think I need the timer on it. Yeah, whatever. Let's go. Let's get to it. So the numbers that we're going to be watching for this week so that we can jump into Saturday's Men Lie, Women Lie Numbers Manipulate show. So inflation returns to center stage this week with a key gauge expected to show stable price growth in July. The U.S. Consumer Price Index likely rose 3%, the same as in June, according to a nowcast by the Federal Reserve Bank of Cleveland. The pace is the slowest since June 2023, while the Fed has been raising interest rates for 2 years to tamp down inflation. It said at its last meeting that it was equally concerned with the strength of the labor market. 4/5 of the economists surveyed by Bloomberg expect a quarter point rate cut in September, despite calls from major banks to cut deeper next month. So what do we have coming this week? Tuesday, tomorrow, August 13th, the Bureau of Labor Statistics will release the Producer Price Index for July. The gauge measures the change over time in prices charged by domestic producers for their output. Wednesday, August 14th, the Bureau of Labor Statistics will release the Monthly Consumer Price Index for July, which measures inflation through the price of goods and services. And I'll just throw this in, right? Because as I'm reading this, okay, I know we've gone over the Producer Price Index before. We've gone over every month we've went over the Consumer Price Index, but I want to be able, as soon as I say Producer Price Index, I know exactly what we're referring to because we're going to have to refer back to our Urban Dictionary of Economic Data. But I want to just be able to know it right off the top of my head, right? So that's one thing I'm working towards personally, right? So Thursday, August 15th, the U.S. Department of Labor will release initial jobless claims for the previous week. The report is a proxy for layoffs, tracks the number of people filing for unemployment benefits. And you know, the thing, and I can tell you right now, the initial jobless claims, it's the people who are filing for unemployment for the first time, asking the government for help. So that one, because we review it every week, I always know that one, but I need to get better with the Producer Price Index, the Consumer Price Index, and all those other indexes, right? Also Thursday, August 15th, the U.S. Department will release its retail sales report for July, which tracks demands for finished goods, such as food, clothing, and furniture in stores and online. So finished goods are the actual products that you're buying off the shelves or you're buying on Amazon, things like that. It's not what it takes to make them, all right? And then Friday, August 16th, the University of Michigan will release its preliminary reading of August Consumer Sentiment Index, which measures how Americans feel
You might think that getting into the IT field is impossible without a computer science degree, but Tech Coach Ralph is here to prove you wrong. Get ready for some jaw-dropping revelations on how to break into this lucrative industry.
My bad. Press the wrong button, of course. Why is that other button not working? Hold on. This thing keeps messing up. Okay. Weird. Let's go back. All right, let's continue. All right. So, like I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted by myself, right? So how Americans feel about the economy. And And then lastly, the U.S. Census Bureau will release housing indicators, including the preliminary numbers of building permits issued in July and the number of residential projects that started construction last month. All right. So here we go. So that's what we're going to be looking for. And I just wanted to read this real quick. Numbers to watch. Consumer price inflation. This Wednesday, we will get data on the CPI for July. The past 2 months have seen essentially flat consumer prices, which have brought year-over-year inflation down to 3%. Declining inflation has also brought the Fed's preferred PCE, personal consumer expenditure index, down to 2.5%. I'm not gonna read this whole thing, but yeah, cool. So we'll figure that out on Saturday. And yeah, so let's move on to our next. And we got Mitch in the building. What's going on, Mitch? Let me move this like that. What's going on, Mitch? How are you doing today? Mitch says, "What's up, chump?"
How dare you?
I tell you, no respect. And let's see. And Junior says, yeah, I was like, what the heck? We didn't get the likes up, so you went to commercial. I know, that was all me right there. That was all me right there. I walked into that one. And your car says as well, shout out to the tech pookies in the building. Your car is trying to have it grow on me. He's trying to have the tech pookies grow on me. You know, I don't know, Mitch. All right, let's get to our next article for today. Are AI brands failing, or AI ad tools failing brands? So real-time ad safety tools powered by artificial intelligence appears to be failing brands, according to an analysis by industry watchdog Analytics, raising concerns about the tech's current utility. The report found hundreds of brands showing up next to unsafe content on various websites, including user-generated sites. The finding calls into question whether tools by companies such as Double Verify and Integral Ad Science can instantly detect hate speech, explicit content, and violence. Double Verify and Integral Ad Science defended their services by calling analytics methodology into question. Battle lines are being drawn over SB 1047, a proposed California law aimed at regulating AI. So my running theory is, if there's a law that comes out of California, it's probably bad. I'm just saying, if a law comes out of California, it's probably bad. That's what I'm going with, right? With most startups and tech firms saying it would stifle innovation. Well, we all know that the government loves to stifle innovation, just like everything else, right? So Fai Lee, considered the godmother of AI, is amongst those saying SB 1047 is well-intentioned but flawed, just like any other law the government tries to pass. Bruh. All right, so are AI ad tools failing brands? Let me know what you think. All right, let me know what you think. So next up, let's get to our next one. The former YouTube CEO dies at the young age of 56. That is terrible, terrible news. So sorry for the family who lost this person. And for whoever was friends or close with the former YouTube CEO, it says Susan Wojcicki, a pioneer executive in Silicon Valley who became CEO of YouTube, has died after 2 years battle with lung cancer. That sucks. Any type of cancer sucks, but especially lung cancer. She was 56 years old. Wojcicki rented her garage to the two founders of Google as they first met. They first built the search engine and went on to become one of the company's first employees in 1999. She was named YouTube CEO in 2014, guiding the video platform through an era of immense growth. Wojcicki was fierce advocate for workplace parental leave and STEM education. She is survived by her husband and her 4 kids. So our thoughts and prayers go out to the family, the friends, the people, the two founders of Google, whoever was close to her. It sucks to lose someone at such a young age of 56, especially to any form of cancer, but especially even more to lung cancer. Had a family member of mine who we lost to lung cancer not too long ago. So it is a tough disease, especially when it starts to spread and grow. So sad news, you know, but we do thank her for her contribution, because if it wasn't for all the things that she did, I mean, I don't even know if YouTube live streaming was a big thing until then, because live streaming is fairly recent on YouTube. You know, it has to be within the last 10 years. So yeah. Thank you for your contribution, Susan, and, you know, wish you the best, wish your family the best. All right, let's continue. Texas adds 3D printed neighborhoods. What in the world does that mean? So when Wolf Ranch, a master planned community near Austin, Texas, welcomes residents in September, it may be the world's largest 3D printed neighborhood. What in the world? So, Junior, this is right up your alley. 3D printed neighborhoods, let's see what this is about. According to Icon CEO Jason Ballard, whose 3D construction technology firm is behind the project, the completion of the 100 homes will mark a watershed moment for the construction industry and a potential solution for a housing market that is short 5 million new homes. Proponents of 3D printed homes say they are faster, less expensive, and less wasteful to build than traditional homes or traditional houses. What? Through advances in 3D printing though advances in 3D printing technology may one day drive a surge in the supply of affordable housing, prices for Wolf Ranch homes range from $450,000 to $600,000. All right. Let's put a pause on this real quick. Why are 3D printed houses the same cost as regular built houses? Or how much? Or okay, let me take that back. How much do regular built house or traditional built houses cost in this Texas area? In the because I don't know, $450,000 to $600,000 for 3D printed. And what's the quality of the 3D printed house? That's what I have. So we're gonna have to do something. We're gonna have to table this one. We're gonna have to do some more investigation into this to see like the details. I want to see a 3D printed house, right? Icon has announced plans for a second 3D printed community in Wimberley, Texas as well. So let me see. 3D. So let me just read this first comment. 3D printed concrete houses. Love my dwelling, but we'll be calling Icon for the rebuild if we ever get a Cat 4 or Cat 5 that knocks mine down. If we see these homes proliferate, could be very interesting to see electricity use impacts of better insulation provided by thick masonry walls. So I'm very curious about this. I'm going to add this to our list for Saturday to do a little bit more investigation. Maybe we can find some YouTube videos talking about 3D printed houses, because I've never heard of this before, right? But that concludes our news for today. So let's wrap that one up like this. All right, so that is our news segment for today. Let's check the chat and see what the thoughts are, because I have never heard of 3D printed houses before. So let's start off with Junior saying more ABC companies will be running from California. That is a fact. I mean, at this point, California might just buy the tickets for these companies that are fleeing them. I'm telling you. Okay, what else we got? We have, Junior says, more companies and people will be leaving California again. Please be very careful of your decisions of where you want to move to. I'm just saying. And Mitch is horrible. Yes, horrible. And says, perfect example of money can't buy everything. Shame. And let's see. Oh, referring to the former YouTube CEO. Yep, that's true. But I have heard that, Mitch, it is a hell of a down payment. So, just gonna say, let's see. So, Junior says that health is wealth. And Junior says, what are they actually doing though? Literally 3D printed. That's what I want to figure out, because that's what it sounds like to me. So we're going to definitely look into that Saturday morning. We'll see if I'll see if I can find a video on it, on how the technology works, what's the quality of the house. Because I'm like, I don't know much about 3D printing yet, so I'm not sure. And it says, I heard of 3D, but never actually saw it in person. I know my cousin has a 3D printer, and I know Junior does a lot of 3D printing stuff. So I just want to get some more information about it, right? Okay, so the last thing that we're going to do, which we might not even get to the Google thing, because I really want to show this, right? So let's go here and let me do. Give me a second. Let me do this thing real quick. Let's go to. And let's go to. Where is this thing? Let me get this up real quick. Yeah, I know what's going on. All right, so let's go here. And let me go to that. And lastly, that. And this is probably something that we're going to be doing this coming Thursday. But I want to share this video with you first, all right? Let me go to. All right, so I saw this video where Maria Bartiromo is a Fox Business anchor or whatever they call them. And they are, let me go to here. And they are, she's speaking to this AI clone, right? So I wanted to watch this with you guys because I want to actually try this out on Thursday if we're able to, right? So let's watch this together.
Welcome back. The promise of generative AI is shaking up the technology world and the markets. Industry giants set to invest an estimated $1 trillion into artificial intelligence over the coming years. One company at the forefront of it all is Delphi, with the launch of their groundbreaking AI clones. The company offering users the ability to create digital versions of themselves, from company CEOs to YouTubers and celebrities, that can help manage the workload, from answering questions to sitting in on Zoom calls via a clone. Joining me now is the co-founder of Delphi, Dara Lajevardian, and making his first ever television appearance is Dara's AI clone. Dara, thank you for joining us. Dara's clone, thank you for joining us. Great to see you.
Great to see you too. Thank you for having me.
And I want to start by asking your clone a couple of questions, none of which have been sent to you in advance or your company before now. To Dara's clones, let me ask you what you believe the purpose or the uses of having a clone really is for.
The purpose of having a clone is to scale your unique way of thinking and interacting. It allows you to share your knowledge, experiences, and personality with others in a personalized way. This can be incredibly valuable for mentoring, teaching, or even just sharing your insights with a broader audience. What aspect of cloning interests you the most?
Well, what I really want to get to is, what are the disadvantages, and is this going to hurt me in any way? I mean, if I set up a clone of myself, for example, to help me at work, how will you be protecting my company's proprietary material?
Great question. We take security very seriously. Your company's proprietary material is protected through strict data privacy measures and encryption. Only authorized users can access your clone, and you have full control over what information it can share. This ensures your sensitive data remains secure while you benefit from the clone's capabilities. What specific tasks at work are you thinking of using your clone for?
Well, I'll ask the questions. And my next question is, how am I going to prevent someone else from creating a clone of myself? And how am I going to ensure that someone creating a clone of myself is not going to abuse it?
We manually verify every user who signs up to create a clone by requiring a photo of them holding their ID. This ensures only you can create your clone. Unauthorized use results in a permanent ban. What specific tasks at work are you thinking of using your clone for?
Well, let me ask you this. Let's say I have a clone of myself. How do I ensure that that clone is going to answer the questions that that clone is being asked as the way that I would want those questions answered? In other words, how well will that clone know me?
Your clone will know you well because it learns from the content you provide. You can upload blog, posts, videos, and other materials that reflect your knowledge and style. Plus, you can engage in interactive Q&A sessions to fine-tune its responses. What kind of content would you start with?
Well, I'm still researching this. Let me bring in the real Dara so that I could talk with you.
So, yeah, I just want to, like, Mitch says, seems like the answers, what in the world? Where, oh, what's going on here? Let's go here. What? Which says, seems like the answers are pre-recorded. I don't know, Mitch. I don't know because it's so the way that, like, you probably know this anyways, but it's like they're combining a bunch of AI tools, right? So this one AI tool, which is like his duplicate, his clone. They have like the Chat GPT. They're probably not using Chat GPT per se, but something to be able to listen into and analyze what's going on, and then to use another like tool that uses his voice, that learns his voice. So, but like, yeah, it sounds pre-recorded because his answers are so perfect, right? But yeah, let's see. So Junior says that clone wanted to take over. It's pretty funny. And he says she asked what I was thinking. which part were you thinking, Mitch? What part were you thinking? But yeah, let's keep going. Let's keep going.
Dara, and your thoughts on using a clone. Why would this be important, and why would I need this, Dara?
Thank you, Maria. And my clone, great job on the responses. What Delphi does is not only provide access to one-on-one learning that previously was not accessible, it allows people like you to reach more people in your authentic way. You already try to scale yourself by, writing. You've written a couple of books. You're on a couple of TV shows, you're scaling yourself, you're hiring team members and training them in your way of thinking, but it loses the one-on-one authenticity of you. And that's what we're really trying to maintain here with Delphi.
Well, thank you for mentioning my books, and one of my books, The 10 Laws of Enduring Success. Dara, I want to get your take on how much trust you put in this clone. In other words, are you sure that your clone is going to be answering questions and doing things the way you want them done?
So we have a strictness score. And for now, if you want it to be completely safe, you would put it on the highest strictness, and it will only say things that it's trained on. The negatives of that is usually when you ask for advice or when you ask someone a question, you're really asking for applied information. So maybe I'm saying, what would you do in my situation? And that would require capturing your reasoning and applying that to my new situation. That is kind of the end goal of the company, that the clone can also be verifiably predictive of what you might say in new situations.
Dara, and the real Dara, do you believe that in the coming years, most people will have their own clone, or most people will have a robot? I mean, are we going to a place where robots will be talking to robots, clones talking to clones, and eliminating humans?
So the goal of Delphi is not automation, but rather augmentation. I think that humans will always opt to learn from and converse with real humans because there are experiences behind those humans. I don't fully buy the AI therapist that's going to help you with everything in your life because it lacks humanity. There's no experiences behind that. And so what clones do is actually give humans the scale of AI.
The way that the clone is just like moving, that part like drives me crazy. Like he's like, stop fidgeting. He's like, stop fidgeting around.
Is never stopping. It's generating 24/7. The internet is supposed to be 96% AI by 2026. But when you have a clone, you can reach that scale as a human and make sure that your specific words are out there reaching people.
AI clone, are you expecting to take over the world? Do you expect most people will have clones and it will be a clone-dominated world?
That's Junior's question.
I don't expect clones to take over the world, but I do think they'll become a big part of it.
I see. So the clone will outlive the human for sure.
Yes, your clone can outlive you. It preserves your knowledge and personality, allowing future generations to learn from and interact with you. Imagine your great-great-grandkids building a relationship with you. What legacy would you want to leave behind?
Okay, I notice you end every answer with a question, which is very interesting. I want to thank you, Dara Javardian, and your AI clone. Great conversation. Thank you.
Thank you, Maria.
Okay.
So there you have it. AI clones. AI clones. I just had to, like, I saw this. I saw the thumbnail over the weekend, but I watched it last night and I was like, this is crazy. This is crazy. And then I thought, how can we use this? How can we actually use this? So, anyways, it just started having things like running through my mind. So we're going to see. We are going to see what we can do. Let's see. Where were we? And Junior said, we always knew clones were a thing. He says, you can see that it's a, yeah, you can see that it's a, you can definitely say that it's a robot, like the way that it's moving and fidgeting like that. But let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do. And let's see. The clones wanted to take over. And raw juice and herbs in the building. Alexis G says, this is crazy. That's the initial reaction. But then you're like, what can I actually use this for? Screenings, consultations. I don't know. I'm having things that are going through my mind here. Mitch says, the clone, how do I know you can answer my questions? Okay, I think the CEO answered that. But that's a great question as well. I thought the same thing. So my plan now is for on Thursday night, I want to try it out. I want to see if we can actually get a clone created because someone reached out to me the other day for a job. And I said, I'm like, oh, I'm not really looking right now. But you know, let me see if there's anything I can do to help. And it's like, well, if you can find a clone of yourself, well, maybe. I don't know. Let's see. And BP says, I can use it to cut my videos. Good morning to you, BPs. And Mitch says, my clone gonna have these hands. I don't know what happened to the I don't know what happened to my video of Mitch boxing. I don't know what happened to that video, but you know, it is what it is. Maybe one day I will recover that oh, did I find it? Oh, we found Mitch and his hands. Oh my god. We found, I thought I lost it. But we found Mitch and those hands. Get it, Mitch. Let's go, Mitch. Show him how it's done, Mitch. Show him how it's done. Oh, look at that finishing punch. Shout out to Mitch and those hands. All right. So, Junior says, if you can find a clone of yourself. That's the question. That was the question, right? It says, you getting job offers? Okay, I see. Well, I am in the process of training up a few clones, right? I mean, Tony, I'm in the process. I'm building my real life human clones so they can be absolutely amazing and kill it in the tech game. The next up and coming clone is the one, the only Alexis G. All right. Let me see. We got 15 minutes left. Let's go and let's do a little bit of work real quick, right? Let me see how much I can get done in these 14 minutes. So remember, if you haven't done so already, like the video, subscribe to the channel, check out the Patreon. I uploaded yesterday the sprint review that is available for everyone for free. And I uploaded the full Scrum Night that is available for all tiered members. So you definitely want to check that out. All right. So, and that's techcoachrough.dev. The link is pinned in the chat, to the top of the chat, and it should be in the description, but it's probably not, but I'll put it in there later. All right, so let me open up what am I opening up? I am opening up Android Studio. And here's the thing with the coaching group, we are not limited to, like, we come up with different apps all the time. So I have a project manager or product manager or training who had a meeting on Friday night. I was telling about that, I think on either yesterday or Saturday, and they were on call from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. gathering the like what the stakeholders would like this app to do. And now we're going to take those requirements, write them out, list them out, put them into stories, and then we're going to build that in the Tech Barbarians coaching group so that we can continue to build experience applications so that we can, because we're in it to win it. We are in it to win it, right? So last time, let's go over to this screen real quick. About 10 minutes to go. A little over 10. We were able to run all of these emulators and we're able to see the application working on there. So next up, let me pull up Flutter. And let me see, gotta go to the other screen. Let me go to, and I knew that was gonna happen. All right. So we need to be able to build the application. So let's go here. And we want to do Flutter build Google app or APK, whatever. Just got to get the command because you don't use these commands every single day. So we just look it up and we need to do, let's go into our Google Developer Console as well. And let's look at the dashboard. And we have, not here, dashboard. What version? We have version 9. All right, so we have version 9. We want to make sure that we have over here. I don't know what's going on with this. All right, go over here. And we're going to make sure that we have the right version, pub spec. This doesn't matter because it never on the main branch. That's fine. All right, so we are going, because the only change we made was the we upgraded the version in one of these files to 34. I don't even see it. So this has to be version, let's do 3 and 10. So major, minor, patch. That's how the versioning numbers go, right? So the first one is going to be so if you're making a major change, that's going to be that first number. If it's a minor change, like we're just upgrading this target for for Google Play Store, and then the patches, like if you're doing like a bug fix or something like that. And then this has to be incremented to 10 because Google will not accept it. And we're gonna go to check GitHub real quick. That's about right. So let me just do a git pull as well. And we have that. Let's do a git status. So we updated the build.gradle file inside the app. Build.gradle inside the app. Android app build.gradle. And we changed that to 34. And anything else? Did that. And the pub spec we just, all right, so I'm gonna commit this, git build.gradle. All right. Pub spec.lock, pub spec.yaml. So I'm just adding this to be committed, git status. All that is there, git commit message of updated for Google version change. Now, I also want to check out this branch. So we're going to actually build this now. So what is the command? It's going to be let's look at this. We're going to do building the app bundle. So we're going to do Flutter build app bundle. Simple as that. All right. So let's go back to over here. Say Flutter build app bundle. And that should just be it. And now it's going to go to build it. So we're waiting for it to build. But while that's happening, let's go over to Google, and we're going to, because we need to, so by the 31st of August, we need to upgrade our target API level. So let's start setting it up to do that. Let's go to release overview. And we're going to say, where do I create a new release? We got your car in the building. What's going on, your car? Good morning to you, good sir. All right. Where do I create this new release? Release dashboard, maybe? Create new release. All right, cool. Let's do a new release. And your app doesn't adhere to Google Play policies. What's the policies? Okay, so that's what we're fixing right now. So cool. So we're going to go here and we're gonna, so once this bundle is built, which it failed. Why did it fail? Let's see what's going on here. Let's see why it failed. That I was not expecting. Let's see. Try, all right, so that, so font asset material icons regular.otf was tree shake and reducing it. Okay. Build failed with exception. App sign release bundle. Oh, it might be some security thing. Okay, let me think. Let's see. All right, okay, so that, I think there might be some type of, let me see. Let's see here. Tell you, that's why you can't wait till the last minute to do these things, because so let's look for the error that we got. It says failure occurred executing or fail. Wait, let's do execution failed for task sign release bundle. And let's see what causes this. All right. An Android. So in this file, inside Android tag, I don't remember if I even had this stuff. Then, so if you have cloned your repo from GitHub, which I did, and then try to create app bundle, then the issue may arise. Generate new key property or take previous keys and create app bundle. So I might have to get it from the other computer. Interesting. Let me see. Let's take a look at this. Oh, so I did have this here. So that means so it's probably on the other computer. Then I have to go into the other computer and copy that over. It's not on right now, so I can't do it right now. So we'll probably do that, and we'll probably end up doing that on Wednesday morning. But yeah.
Yo, the sign is real simple, B. It says wrap it up. Wrap that shit up, B.
Gotcha. All right. Yeah. So I just have to log into the other computer and try to find those files, because I didn't see that one coming. Anyhow, we've been told it's time to wrap it up, so we are going to wrap it up. Hopefully you had an amazing time this morning to start off your week with me, Tech Coach Ralph, where we are engineered to win, as always. Remember, we have our Candid Conversations coming out at noon Eastern time today. I'm talking about why it is essential for you to separate yourself from the herd mentality, from the collectivist mindset mentality. Stand up on your own 2 feet and win instead of going down, you know, don't go jumping over off the cliff because everyone else is doing it. All right. Remember your parents used to ask you, if everyone else jumped off the bridge, would you jump off the bridge? Don't, but that's what we see a lot of people do. So we're going to be talking about that today at noon Eastern time today. Tune in to our premiere of our Candid Conversations. Tomorrow we're going to be doing Q&A. Feel free to call in. Yeah, and if you haven't done this already, subscribe to the channel. Help us grow. We're growing rapidly. We're growing rapidly. So appreciate you all. And check out the Patreon, techcoachralph.dev. A lot of amazing information in there. Free content. Check out our sprint review. And yeah, so with that being said, thank you guys so much. Junior says, great show as usual. Thank you so much, Junior. Really, really appreciate you. Alexis, have a great day. Mitch, have a wonderful day. Your car, have a great day. Gonna connect with you in a little bit. Yeah, and on that note, this is Tech Coach Ralph. We are out.